Hello, everyone. Jessie here with another astrology update for you, coming up on a very important and very auspicious full moon, the Guru Purnima, a time of year where we can really relax into receiving the blessings and the gifts of the spiritual teachers who've gone before us. And this is all culminating on July 13th at 1:37 p.m. And let's see if I can get through this a little faster today and see what we have going on. All right, so the moon is going to be in Capricorn, an earth sign, and it's going to be conjunct Pluto, the lord of the underworld, which is always a little, I love that it's Guru Purnima though, because it really lifts our ideals to like the deep knowledge of the earth and the blessings of the masters. Pluto can have a very underworldly quality, and so as these things may be revealed with the moon crossing over Pluto, we might be looking into the depths or feeling more depth of emotions. The moon is also just bringing the blessings and the boon of receiving healing from those places where we've been deeply wounded. So as the deeper awarenesses are coming to the forefront, just know that these, open up and let the wounds be healed. That's, I think, some of the good energy that can happen at this full moon. So the sun is just across here in Cancer. And this cluster here being illuminated by the sun is Ceres, the goddess of the grain, Demeter. She has to do with food and nurturing, and also being a shepherdess. And then next to the sun, very close, is Mercury. So that's all going to be in the beams of the sun here for this particular full moon. And the ascendant of this degree, for those of us in particular, a Moorhead, is 1756-18 Libra. And this degree is interesting. It's two people who have to give an accountability of their acts before a tribunal. And Libra wants to balance things out. So it's hearing those two different arguments on both sides and working for balance. And I didn't draw this aspect, but I'll just mention it. It's making a square with Mercury. So it could be like difficult communications with someone that there's a quarrel with. And then Mercury is also squaring Chiron over here. And Chiron is the wound, and that's across from this. So that actually makes a T-square. So there might be some difficult or challenging conversations that are coming up at this time. And hopefully we can find the balance of them and press in, right? Like avoiding conflict doesn't solve conflict most of the time. So sometimes we got to air it out and then work through it. All right, so there's that cluster. And here's the T-square that the sun and the moon are making with Eris, the goddess of chaos. So again, T-squares are going to bring pressure that want to be released. And you can kind of feel the energies already rising as we get closer and closer to that full moon. It's like there is a lot of pressure, a lot of energy. And Eris is going to want to bring chaos to like break up those unconscious thoughts that we might be having, that we might not even be aware that we're having. So she can bring that breakthrough deep in the unconscious to help liberate the mind and get past some of the Maya. Here's that square I mentioned earlier with Mercury squaring Chiron. So expect to hear some difficult conversations about things that are like, oh, this is my primal wound. This one thing is really bothering me. It's going to be getting some more airtime. So have those, what did Marshall Rosenberg talks about, have those giraffe ears to be able to listen with compassion. The trines here are the moon is trining Uranus and the North Node. This could make the energies Tuesday night and Wednesday morning like really electric. You could have like the sudden whim to like, we got to go do something really exciting, or take this wild adventure or something like that. So that the trine is going to be flowing really easily. So you just want to like be mindful that there's a lot of electricity flowing, and you might just want to like flow. It's also, Uranus is at the North Node here, so that kind of intense energy could help us with hitting the destiny in Taurus. So could be fun. Another trine that's happening is Venus with Saturn. So that's a very fun combination. Saturn being the lord of time and structures, and still, traveling with Shiva. They're both in retrograde right now, still pretty close. So Shiva and Saturn energy is kind of reviewing the air structures, reviewing the things that have been fixed on the air, and having this lovely trine with Venus, reconnecting with beauty, reconnecting with something that's more balanced, as Venus is in Gemini here, and really bringing out some beautiful, mature qualities between the masculine and feminine here. Another trine that's happening is this. I'm going to go ahead and put these together. Juno, the goddess of marriage and Hieros Gamos, is starting to move into Neptune's terrain. So the nebulous mysteries of the great depths of the seas and all that water, spiritual energy. So, there'll be a lot of, can be illusions too around, is this balanced? Is this not balanced? Should I randomly get married right now? That kind of stuff. So maybe just watch that transit and wait for it to pass. The trine is happening with the sun. So it's going to be really strong energies here with this cluster. So you could be like in this dream or an illusion about a relationship or partnership. But it's the trine, so it's good energy. So there could be some really beautiful bliss that comes out of this transit as well. Another trine here is a little less prominent, but Pavarti asteroid. I thought it was interesting that she is almost conjunct Black Moon Lilith at 10 degrees Cancer, and then Pavarti is over here at 9. So a lot of feminine energy, and Pavarti also holding the kind of sacred wife, the lady of the home energy as a wife of Shiva. And that is trining here to Vesta, sacred fires. So really lighting up the hearth fires of the feminine. It's a water sign. So Black Moon Lilith also represents birth, as this asteroid here stays in each house for about 9 months. So it's almost the length of a pregnancy. So maybe just really bringing some healing, sacred energy to our wombs, as a lot got stirred up at the last cycle, and kind of restoring joy and purification of that feminine energy. Some sextiles happening here are going to offer supports, added supports between the planets and the energies. Pluto and the moon are making a sextile to Juno and Neptune, which is also making a sextile to Uranus and the North Node. So that's going to really amplify those energies and this trine, and really make a lot of juicy energies possible for this full moon evening. So more bliss, bring it on. Mars making a sextile to Vesta, sacred fires. So really, hopefully supporting Mars. Mars can be a little bit of it's in a fall in Taurus, so it's not in its best element. It's a warrior, so could be initiating more of quarrels on Earth. With Mars sextile Vesta, though, we're going to get more of the sacred warrior and sacred fires, and a realignment of that I will and that go energy that's really in alignment with the sacred fires. So, one more here. I thought this was interesting as well. I looked up a few other asteroids, and the vertex of the event, or where there's a lot of cosmic energy shining through the doorway of this full moon. I found Sitta at 9 degrees, and then Kali on the other side of it. So Sitta and Kali are straddling the vertex. So lots of sacred feminine energy coming through. And that's at that Taurus point. And that is making a sextile to Pavarti and Black Moon Lilith. So we've got a lot of feminine energy kind of blissfully supporting this full moon event. So the only major, squares are going to involve like communication about the wounds, and the Eris square to break up some of the unconscious ruts of thought, or bring deeper awareness to the true nature of reality. So I think that's everything. I will mention that here at this place, right about here, for the end of the month, Mars is going to join up with Uranus, and that's going to be like the end of July and the very beginning of August. And that energy could be very intense. As I wrote on my Facebook, not a good day to be angry and use power tools. People could have very sudden or erratic explosive behavior. A higher octave of that would be to be doing something very creative and something that really supports your unique expression, to be doing something very exciting. So take a look at what you have planned for the end of the month, and just be cautious on those days that energy doesn't catch you by surprise. All right, let's see if I switch here to my full screen. Stop sharing. All right, let's see what the cards have to say about this full moon girl, Purnima. And July is Cancer month, so really soaking in the watery energies of the mother. It's a wonderful time to be purified by her healing energies and healing waters. So we're just asking divine guidance for what we need to see for this particular, here we go, full moon event, guidance. And we had 4 cards come out of the deck today, so let's see. We'll do first like situation, and then we'll do one that's a reflection on the past, and another that's a reflection on the challenges, and the other that is like the breakthrough, the solution to the challenges. All right, so here we go. First card, Temperance. So this is a call to really find balance. If there's a place in our lives that there's too much overabundance, drinking, or any habits that are putting you out of balance, the situation is calling for us to really find, again, that balance and get those bad habits under control. Let's see if I can remember what I said the cards are going to be. All right, so then this one would be just a brief look at the past or some karmic situations. I'll take in this one a little personally. The Queen of Emotions. Yeah, and July is really a time where we're initiated into the depths of our emotions, and hopefully we're moving a little slower and able to relax and observe what's happening in the inner world. And too, if we think about the past, we could also think about like the great goddess or the great mother who in the West, we're still kind of waking up and remembering her. The next one was like a block or an obstacle. All those voices in your head, this or that, which way to go. Voices are the swords, so the 2 of swords. So the challenges of the mind, and how when we're in the mind, we are in duality. And the answer to duality is to drop into the heart. We have one more card, but I have a child on my way, I think. Oh, I'm gonna say hi now. All right. And the last one is like the solution or the advice for the present situation. I think this happened last time. The moon. So, gosh, just receive as she stands before the moon and takes in the beams of the moon, just to receive the blessings of the moonlight. And a really auspicious mantra is the Gayatri mantra to chant while you're watching the moon, especially if you're watching it rise, to chant the Gayatri as it's rising, and just charge yourself up to receive blessings from the great spiritual masters at this full moon. All right. I would love to draw a chart for you, for your family, for relationships, and support you at this time, and help use astrology as another tool, a mirror to help understand who you are and some of the transits, and to just give you any guidance or support at this time if you like. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you many blessings. Namaste.